which I haven't fought in a year. So now I just want to get back in there. But as I said, that 1 year I worked so hard, especially the last few months since the lockdown. I've been putting mad work in, 10, 11 hours at the gym. And now I just can't wait to showcase my skills.
Good stuff. And you're 5-0 now in your career, 3-0 since you joined Bellator. How do you plan to keep that perfect record intact? And does it add a certain kind of added pressure?
I think there's always a pressure, wherever, even if you got a loss or if you're unbeaten. I feel like it would just motivate me even more to train harder, work harder, so I can keep that oath. Yeah. And
speaking of that winning record, you got a great win last time out against Will Fleury in Dublin. What does another win do for you and your standing within the middleweight division?
I just want to show people my skills, because I feel like I'm not underrated, because I get to fight co-main event at 20, so I'm not underrated. But I feel like people still don't understand the level I'm on. And I mean, look, I've got a good relationship with Will. I still speak to him because we used to train together. But look at what he did this weekend. Like, he just went through someone. Literally, he had a great performance. And look at how well I did against him. I think that just shows my levels.
All right, we will now turn this over to the media. Steve Juen.
Thank you. And my first question for Mr. Novenyi is, speaking of Will Fleury and that previous card, that was headlined by 3 middleweight bouts, and here you are in the co-main event having a middleweight bout. What message are you looking to send to the entire middleweight division?
Yeah, I don't know. Listen, I don't care about anyone else. I just want to know that, like, people they'll get the message. If I put a performance, they will get the message. Like last time, when someone puts on a performance, people will get the message. So I'm not trying to send any message. Like, I just do myself, and my performance should send them a message. I don't know, whatever message they want to get, they will get it. You know, they can interpret how they want it, but it's my performance that will send a message. It's not me.
You also mentioned the lockdown that you've been going through there, and we've all been going through around the world. So how much has that changed your training, and how have you been able to train as much as you would like?
Yeah, it was, in a way, it was, to be fair, I'm not going to lie, I was quite happy with the lockdown in a way, because once I kind of got to get away from people and from daily life, so it was good. Also, I could bond with my little brother, little sister. I could train them, so it was quite nice. Also, it was more of a personal improvement during that time. As a person, as a man, I feel like I put a lot of effort into myself, as in like improving myself as a person. But yeah, training wise, I was doing mad miles. Like, I did let's say I do a 10K run, and then as soon as I'm done, I'm on my way to do a 60K bike ride, something like that. And I was just smashing my body up. And then when professional athletes could start training, but we still had to social distance. So a good friend of mine actually let me, and actually Mike Shipman and Aruna, they all Bellator guys. He let us train with him in the gym. Obviously with the right measurements. So we were doing a lot of CrossFit. So yeah, as I said, like during lockdown, I was just smashing my body and just trying to improve myself as a man, not only as a fighter.
All right, we look forward to seeing those improvements at Bellator 247. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Lewis.
As an undefeated fighter coming off your first decision win after submitting all of your past opponents, how much do you feel you still have to learn, if that's the case?
You always have to learn. It's mixed martial arts, and that's why it's so beautiful, because you can always learn. You can be the greatest master of all combat sports, and you will still learn something. I feel like in life you learn a lot of things, and that's kind of I feel like I find that's one of the meaning of life, to learn and to be a better man, better fighter, whatever you want to be. You need to learn, and you need to have an open mind. So I've got a lot of things to learn. Especially, in fighting as well. Like, I've got such a long way to go still. So I'm just open-minded, and I'm just listening to my coaches, and I'm just excited to learn new stuff in life and in fighting.
How different are you feeling this fight week?
Not that different, to be honest with you. As I said, I haven't fought in a year, so I'm super excited. I can't wait to. I worked so hard. Like I worked so hard. So like I really do want to put on a great performance, especially because I'm co-main event. So I'm just super excited.
All right. Thank you, Norbert. Appreciate the time. Good luck the rest of the week.
Thank you.
Oh, actually, hold on one second. We have one more question here. Go ahead, Santiago.
Thank you, Norbert, for the time. Is MMA picking up in Hungary right now?
Yeah, I feel like it is. I'm not gonna lie. There are two of us who we signed to Bellator, like two Hungarians. We're like the first Hungarians to be signed to these big organizations. So this is massive, and we getting we kind of get eyes on us and stuff like that. But to be honest with you, because I live in England and I don't really speak in Hungarian when I do interviews and stuff like that, I kind of feel like the Hungarian media is not really paying enough attention to me. But I don't mind. Like I always say that when I'm in Hungary or whatever, I always say that I don't care about just one country. You know, I want to be. You know, it's not that I want to be famous, but if I get to become a champion and famous, then I want the whole world to know about me. So if the whole world picks up on me, Hungary is part of the whole world, so they will pick up on me as well. So yeah, you know, I'm just gonna try my best to be out there. You get what I mean?
Good luck on fight night, sir.
Thank you.
Gareth?
Hi, Norbert.
Hi.
Hi, Norbert. How are you doing?
I'm very good, thank you. How are you?
Very good, thank you. I was slightly concerned when you said you were smashing yourself in lockdown. Yeah. Were there times when you actually had to slow down from doing it because you had so much time on your hands?
Yeah, listen, I posted on Instagram. Yeah, I feel like the only time someone said to me that the only time you really feel alive when close to death. So yeah, the only time I kind of slowed down in that time when I couldn't walk. But yeah, wow. You know, I'm young, I'm crazy, I'm a bit crazy in that way. You know, my body feels invincible. Well, actually, it doesn't feel invincible, but you get what I mean. I'm still young. I still think that everything's ahead of me. So, but that's I love it. Like this is like I love pushing my body to the limits. I'm not gonna lie. That's why I like fighting as well. Because how many other sports can be like? And that's why I go into CrossFit and all these like when you can push your body like no one else does, and you know you're aching and like you want to give up, but you still keep going. That's like to me that's beautiful, and that's why I love it.
Do you what did you make of the weekend and the middleweight main event?
Listen, I'm not gonna lie. I just want Shipman to get those two guys. You know, I mean, he deserves it, and he's an absolute beast. He had a great performance this week, and I feel, and you know, he needed that as well. So I just want him. I don't even worry about them. I feel like Shipman's gonna go there first, and I want him to go there first. I didn't really. It wasn't as great of a fight as I thought it was going to be, you know. But you know, it's a fight. They're both tough guys. It is what it is. I'm not gonna lie. I just want Shipman to get his hands on them.
Because obviously, what are you 4-0 at the moment? Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you're probably, you know, you've been out for a year, but you're probably a year and a half, 5, 6 fights away from fighting those guys as well. Who would you most like to fight out of? Obviously, you're not going to fight Shipman. Who would you most like to fight out of? Whose style suits you best? The Edwards, Van Steenis, Salter, Lima, Musasi, Machida. You know, obviously you might not get those last 3 yet, but who would you?
This is actually, I'm not even gonna lie. This is mad. You know, like I'm turning, like you know, oh mate, because you just how you mentioned like the possibility of me fighting these guys. Like this is sick. You know, a couple of years ago I was still watching the highlight videos. Now I'm in talks of fighting them. This is mad. But yeah, and that's like Machida and Musasi are legends, so that would be an honor for me to fight them. But yeah, as I said, I'm not really looking into, you know, when Bellator gives me the names and my coaches agree with it or whatever, I look into the guy. Like, I'm not gonna look ahead at the moment. All I know, I will get a title. Whoever it is, I will have to beat them up. But yeah, my eyes on the title, not the person.
And just talk to us a little bit about your opponent on Saturday night. What are the dangers you face in this fight?
Listen, he's got decent striking. He's going to come forwards. And, you know, these kind of guys have got that Algerian, Moroccan kickboxing style, you know, quite aggressive. So there's that danger that he can catch you out with a punch or a kick, whatever. But there's always that danger. I feel like if I'm myself and I do everything how I have to do it, then I can put a clinical performance. And that's, you know, I'm a perfectionist. So even my last fight against Will, I did well, but I feel like I've made a bit of a meal out of it. So this time I wanna have a clinical performance. I want everything to be just right. But if I'm myself, and if I do what I know and everyone who knows me knows I can do, then it's just gonna be a spectacular performance. But yeah, that's the if I'm,
Sorry.
you know, sorry, my bad. But these mistakes are, you know, I can make a mistake and then he can capitalize on them, but that can happen with everyone. So I just have to be, as I said, clinical with everything.
Great. Thank you very much. Cheers, bud.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks again, Norbert. Appreciate the time and good luck the rest of the week.
Thank you. Thank you.
We'll be
Bye.
joined shortly by Kate Jackson.